Hello guys, again. Now we're doing BODMAS or BOMTAS. You have to know the meanings of these two abbreviations. They are the same. The only difference is that you might find the other one, but D comes first before what? Before M. So in this case, it's BODMAS. It means brackets of division, multiplication, addition, and subtraction, or brackets of multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. What you have to understand is that either between division or multiplication can come first, and there is no harm to the what? To the procedure. But considering addition and subtraction always come last. Subtraction always come last. So here I've got this question. It's our November 2011. It's the question that I wrote down there. It's our November 2011 from ZIMSEC. So I want to show you how do we work this question. It reads, simplify 5 and 1/6 minus 3 and 2/3 divided by 1 and a quarter. So the first stage is to convert every mixed fraction into an improper fraction. In this case, I'm going to obtain 31 over 6 minus 11 over 3 divided by 5 over 4. That is my first stage. Then the second stage, I want to now apply BOMTAS. I've got division there. It means that I'm going to first deal with that one. So I'm going to have 31 over 6 minus, then I'll convert there. So I'll introduce my bracket like that one, 11 over 3 times 4 over 5. So it's equal to 31 over 6 minus, this is my 44 over 15. Then the procedure is now that common procedure of subtracting fractions, common denominator here. So my common denominator in this case, I won't say 6 times 15. I'll obtain what? A larger number. Instead, I'll have to know the lowest common number that can be divided by 6 and 15. In this case, is what? Is 30. 6 into 30, that's what? That's 5. So 5 is going to multiply this 31 minus 15 into 30, that's what? That's 2. So 2 is going to multiply this 44. So as I continue, I'm going to say it's equals to 5 times 31, that's 155, minus 88 is still all over 30. So in this case, I'm going to obtain my 67. So it's equal to 67 over 30. I'm going to leave it as a what? As a mixed number. So 30 into 67, that's 2. Remainder 7, that's over 30. This is my final answer. That's how we apply BOMTAS. So I'm going to take you to the second question. It's November 2016. November 2016. There is my question. Simplify 2 and a quarter divided by brackets. Inside my bracket. So once you see a question coming with a bracket, you have to first deal with what's inside the bracket first, then you proceed to the next stage. So let me show you how to work this one out. So as I continue with this one, I'm going to say it's equal to, I'll first convert everything into what? Into an improper fraction. So that's 9 over 4 divided by bracket 5 over 4 plus 10 over 3. I have to first deal with what's inside the bracket first. So that's equals 9 over 4 divided by bracket here. So in this case, I'll automatically put this one. My working is going to be inside there. Common denominator here is 12. 4 into 12, that's 3. Then 3 times 5 plus 3 into 12, that's 4. Then 4 times 10. then I'll close my bracket like that. So that's equals 9 over 4 divided by, now I'll ignore this bracket and obtain my final answer. So I'll have 3 times 5, that's 15, plus what? Plus 40 here. I'm going to obtain my 55. 55 over 12. So from my 55 over 12, I'll then convert this. Is equals to 9 over 4 times 12 over 55. I'll cross divide 4 here, 1, 4 there, 3. Then 3 times 9, that's 27. So I'm going to my final answer, that's 27 over 55. That is my final answer. That is my final answer. So I'm done with November 2016. Then I'll take you to this different question. It's November 2012. It's a replacement question. November 2012. It's a replacement question. It's a replacement question. Simplify 2.5 minus 3 and 5/6 plus 1 and 2/3, giving your answer as a fraction in its lowest terms. This question is totally different. The reason being that it only contains negative sign and a positive sign. But from both BOMTAS and BOTMAS, the last concept to do is what? Is to subtract. So I'll take this question down, number 1a. So I'll divide here. So that's my number 1a. I'll say 2.5 minus 3 and 5/6 plus 1 and 2/3. What I have to do first here is to rearrange this question. Take the positive terms and start with them here first. So it's equal to 2.5 plus 1 and 2/3 minus 3 and 5/6. So now I have rearranged. Then I'll convert everything into what? Into improper fractions. So it's equal to 5 over 2 plus 5 over 3 minus 23 over 6. Since this is addition and subtraction, I'll put a single common denominator here. Single common denominator. So my common denominator here is what? It's 6. 2 into 6, that's 3. Then this 3 will multiply that 5. Plus 3 into 6, that's 2. Then 2 will multiply this 5. Minus 6 into 6, that's 1. This one will multiply this 23. So that's equals to 3 times 5, that's 15. Plus 2 times 5, that's 10. Minus 1 times 23, that's 23. It's all over 6. So it's equal to 15 plus that one, that's 25 minus 23. It's all over 6. So my final answer, actually it's not my final answer, that's 2 over 6. Then I'll reduce this 1, 3. As a note, make sure your fraction should be reduced to its lowest terms, because if you leave it as 2 over 6, you are going to lose some marks. So your final answer is equal to what? 1/3. The final answer is equal to 1/3. That's a different form of BOTMAS or BOMTAS. So I'm going to give you the last example that I have here from let me check this other question paper from June 2015. So we're going to take it from June 2015 there. It's our number 2b. It's our number 2b. So let's try to solve this number 2b out. So there is the question. My first stage, I'm going to say it's equal to, I'll open my bracket and then put my common denominator like that. So that's 6 my common denominator. Then 3 into 6 that's 2 times 2 minus 2 into 6 that's 3 times 1. Then I'll close my bracket, then times 3 quarter, that's times 3 quarter. Then it's equals to 2 times 2 that's 4, 4 minus 3 that's 1 over 6. So I'm going to have my 1 over 6. I'll ignore the bracket, then it times 3 over 4. Then I'll cross divide here, 1, 2. So my final answer is equal to 1 over 8. That is my final answer. Let me give you some tasks to do. You can check for, this is November 2015. There is the question. Simplify 1.5 minus 4 over 7 divided by 2/3, giving the answer as a fraction in its simplest form. That's a task where you can do a practice there. Then I've got the other one, is June 2005. The question says, it's number 1A, simplify 2.25 minus bracket 1.25 plus 2/3, giving your answer as a fraction in its lowest terms. Make sure all your answers are given in their lowest terms to avoid losing some extra marks. This is 2006. Evaluate 5.25 minus 1 2/3 times 2 1/10, giving your answer as a mixed number in its lowest terms. These are questions for what? For practice. So let me take you to the last bomb task, which is not in the form of what? Of fractions. I'm going to give you 2009. It's November 2009. That is the first question there. It reads, simplify 8 minus 24 divided by 6 plus 3 times 4. So I want us to do that one. We have to apply our bomb task there. We want to apply the bomb task concept there. Let's try to apply the bomb task concept there. So in this case, it's number 1A. It's our 2009. So I have 8 minus 24 divided by 6 plus 3 times 4. So I'm going to introduce my brackets there. So in this case, I'm going to say it's equals to 8 minus bracket 24 divided by 6 plus bracket 3 times 4. Then I'm going to deal with what's inside the brackets first. So it's equals to 8 minus, in this case, 24 divided by 6, that's 4, plus 3 times 4, that's 12. Then I'll rearrange. It's equals to 8 plus 12 minus 4. So here finally, I've rearranged. I'm going to have it equal to 20 minus 4. That's equal to 16. So this is my final answer. So actually, this is the end of fractions. We are going to meet on our next topic where we will be doing quadratic fractions. I think this channel is going to be helpful to most of these O-level students. Everything is going to be sorted here with me. I'm going to sort everything out. So let's meet on our next lesson where we'll be doing quadratic fractions. This is the end.